Hello, how are you doing? Danny the Heck, aka the Crypto Ponzi Scheme Avenger. Here to name and shame anyone running or promoting a Ponzi scheme or a scam. Something a little bit different, getting a bit grumpy, a bit stressed. I keep getting emails from people telling me that they want to do the SEO of my website. They want to produce me an audit about my website because they really want to help me. And I get so sick of it. So I got an email from somebody who said that they wanted to do just that. It was a New Zealander. His name is Matthew. And Matthew's entrepreneurial. He set up his own business. He's got a digital marketing company. Good on you. But I don't want your emails. And I don't want your clever marketing techniques. In between our emails, I got another email from somebody else saying they want to help save me money in plastic bags, even though I run drop shipping businesses. And I replied back to them saying, don't email me again. So when I got an email back from Matthew, I got them mixed up, guilty as charged. But are you like me? Are you getting so sick of emails from people telling you that they want to offer you their services and you don't want them? In New Zealand, it's against the law to actually send unsolicited emails. So I actually rang up Matthew and I said to him, I'm so effing sick of these emails. What gives you the right to send these emails out to people who don't want them? And he hung up on me. And now I've done a Google review and it's got down the track and now I'm doing a video. But I just want to bring you along on the story and show you some of the tactics that these companies use. First of all, let me show you the original email that I received from Matthew. And I'll get my computer to read it if it allows me to, wherever it is. I'm trying to get it right because I can't read to save my life. But let's just go. I think it's going to be about there. So this is a nice friendly email that I got on the 29th of, is it October or November? I forget, but let's have a listen.
Kia there. It's Matthew from Mars Digital in Auckland. I'll skip the AI-generated fake personalization to respect your time. Reason I'm messaging is that we chose this week for our Christmas SLAEO audit. That's where 2 or 3 members of our team analyze a local e-commerce site and find all the ways to improve its SEO and therefore earnings. We're actually putting together a report at the moment. We'd love to present it to you if you have a few minutes next week. Best wishes. Matthew Edwards, founder Mars Digital Phone.
So what I'm getting at there, he's done an audit for me, or has he done an audit for anyone that wants it once they contact him back? Of course, that would be the tactics. But obviously, it's a generated email, spam-like email, basically telling you what he's going to do. Okay, so what do? I ignored it. In fact, I'm way behind in my emails. I'm getting grumpy doing my emails. No kidding, eh? So I deleted it, and then I get another one. And I get this other email, and it says,
Kia again there. I am sure you're busy and just wanted to make sure this didn't get buried. Sent from my iPhone.
Well, I don't want follow-up emails from you, Matthew. I don't want to have to delete your email every friggin' day, and it just pisses me off. And I don't even think I'm being unreasonable. So let me bring up my Google, and let me bring up the screen again, which has now disappeared quite embarrassingly. Let's see, what have we got here? Let's bring up Finder instead. Nothing's working. That's just great, isn't it? Okay, so what have we got here? I'm trying to bring up my screen and it's not allowing me. There we go. Might be better if I click the right button. Got there eventually. Okay, so I've set up a little thing, digital solicitor. That's what these guys are. What planet is he from? Well, his business is called Mars Digital and his name is Matthew Edwards. Good on you, as I said. You can read all about it. It's got a pretty flash website. I haven't gone through. I'm not going to do a review. But I was amazed on the amount of money that he's charging for his websites. $10,000, $6,000 and $5,000. But the more you spend, the more you get, right? That's pretty cool. You can charge whatever you like. There's no law against doing that. But I'm going through the website and it's just many, many pages, all doing the same sort of things. And there's a guy who looks like he is in a spaceship and he's on Mars. Now, I may be having flashbacks about Mars, the other Mars scam that I've been busting, that Pinnacle does, but anyway, I'm getting sick of it. So I had a wee look around and I thought, what was so suspicious about that email? And I shut that email down. But the problem with that email, which I'll have to bring back up now, is the fact that if I bring that up, I want to show you the dirty tactics. If I can bring that up. Where am I? Oh, there I am. Okay, so let's just let's click on that, and let's get rid of this. Now, the email address that he has used is actually nzseoagency.com. Now, that is not his email address. So why do you think he was emailing me on this email address? So I got a bit curious, and I started searching for his phone number, and I found that he had other email addresses set up. This is his phone number, and this is his other email address, and that's all good. And in here, then I can see another advert of his, and he's using another free email address, I don't know, another domain name. Why wouldn't he emailing us on his digital marsdigital.co.nz email? That's probably because he doesn't want, if you type in that address, nzseoagency.com, where does it go? And we're waiting, and we're waiting, and we're waiting, and we're waiting, and we continue to wait. Of course, he wouldn't want to tarnish his own domain name, so he's gone and got himself a secondary domain name that doesn't seem to go anywhere because he doesn't want his SEO score to go down because he's spamming everyone. So he's picked another domain name, which is pretty disgusting business tactics, if you want my opinion. So I'm going to ask him about that because we're going to actually give him a ring. I also went to ChatGPT because this AI crap, impersonalized stuff that he talked about is actually quite detailed in what law he is actually breaking by sending me unsolicited emails.
In New Zealand, sending unsolicited commercial electronic messages, commonly known as spam, is regulated by the Unsolicited Electronic Messages Act 2007. This legislation prohibits the sending of unsolicited commercial electronic messages with a New Zealand link, which includes messages sent to, from, or within New Zealand.
So,
Department of Internal Affairs. Under this act, you are not permitted to send commercial electronic messages to individuals without their consent. Consent can be categorized as express consent. The recipient has directly agreed to receive messages from you. Inferred consent. Consent is implied through an existing business or other relationships where it is reasonable to assume the recipient would expect such messages. Deemed consent. If a person has conspicuously published their electronic address in a business or official capacity without stating they do not wish to receive unsolicited messages, and the message relates to their business role or functions.
Well, there you go. Maybe if a person has,
Conspicuously published
their electronic address in a business or official capacity without stating they do not wish to receive unsolicited. Well, maybe I am at fault. Maybe because I have a 10 dropshipping shops and I get 10 of the same emails from the same guys, because I'm sure next week I'll get another email from Matthew saying, oh, he's going to do an audit on my electronic shop, or he's going to do an audit on my remote website, or and all the other ones I've got. But I get sick of it. Sometimes I literally do get 10 emails from people who I know they've scraped or bought a database and emailed them out to them. But hey, there may be a few clause. Maybe I'm not up with the speed here. But what I do see is electronic messages with a New Zealand link. So maybe this is why he's using the .com to think he can market himself using an American domain name to his New Zealand audience. I do not know. Anyway, let's carry on reading because we're always going to be educated.
Additionally, all commercial electronic messages must include accurate information about the sender, including valid contact details. Provide a functional and free unsubscribe facility that allows recipients to opt out of future messages. Department of Internal Affairs non-compliance with these requirements can result in significant penalties, with fines up to $500,000 for organizations. Department of Internal Affairs. Therefore, sending unsolicited commercial emails to individuals without their consent is not allowed in New Zealand. It's essential to ensure you have the appropriate consent before sending such messages to comply with the law.
Well, I couldn't unsubscribe from his original message or his second email, and I don't want your emails. And if you're that damn good at doing SEO, then optimize your website. Make it awesome that people will search and find you. Because I'm sure if I search for SEO website marketing services, let's just have a look and see what comes up and see if Mars comes up here. No, not so far, not so far, not so far, not so far, not so far. Now, it's a pretty aggressive not so far, not so far, not so far. And now we're on to page 2. Maybe I have to search for exact phrase, but I can't see you guys in the top 10, top 20. You must be in here somewhere. How many SEO companies will there be in New Zealand? Well, maybe I need to put New Zealand in here. Maybe I need to put New Zealand in the search term. Well, you can't be that good if I can't find you. Maybe that's why you have to resort to illegal activities and start sending out unsolicited emails to people. I'm going to put NZ at the end of it. Maybe that might help. So now we've got nothing yet. Come on, if we put NZ, Mint Design, I know those people. Click through, all these names. So you're not in the top 10 when you search for SEO services, and if you're not the top 10, wonder if you're in the top 20. So you can't be that good at it, probably is the point. I can't see Mars Digital. Looks like you've been going for a couple of years. As I said, I'm not against digital. I'm not against people being entrepreneurial, but I don't want your emails. And there's no way to unsubscribe. And then you did a follow-up email, and I thought I did reply to you saying, piss off. And then I rang you up, and I was telling you my frustrations, and then you finished up hanging up on me. So let's ring up Matthew, and let's see what he feels about it.
Nice to you speak with Matt.
Oh, g'day, Matt. Danny DeHick here again. How you going?
All right, thank you. Yourself?
Yeah, not too bad. Just wanted to clear up something with you about yesterday's conversation. I wasn't actually swearing at you. I was just saying how effing sick and tired I am of getting messages from people about wanting to do audits and SEO services about my website stuff.
I understand that. I know what it's like. But I'm sure you can also appreciate that everyone else needs to make a living as well. So there was no harm meant from my end. If you did send an email, we didn't see it. I apologize. But at the same time, it was basically just reaching out saying, hey, look, we can offer this. It's not going to cost you anything. Just a few minutes of your time. You might get something out of it. If not, if you're not interested, that's fine. If you are, I try to make sure that someone gets some value out of something.
All right, then. So can you tell me why that you've sent me an email using nzseoagency.com, and when you type in that domain name, it doesn't go anywhere?
Yep. So that is basically a new domain that we're using specifically for email warm-up. And
what do you call it? Email warm-up?
Yeah, so basically different domains will have various levels in terms of deliverability when it comes to sending out emails. If a domain like .net.nz, for example, if we use that by default is a lot harder. We're more likely to end up in spam.
Why don't you use your own domain name?
We do sometimes, but we've got multiple that we rotate through.
Oh my God, mate! It sounded like a spam company.
No, it's not spam, but the idea is to basically avoid that sort of thing, because we don't want to be a spam company.
Are you familiar with the New Zealand Unsolicited Commercial Electronic Messages law?
Yes, and the email address that we emailed is public, so anyone can email that. If you request to be removed from any list or anything like that, then we have to abide by that. Like I said, you said that you said you don't want to be part of it. I did not see that, so unfortunately you got a second follow-up just saying, hey, look, did you see this email or not? And
you don't. The email that you sent me, you didn't actually have an unsubscribe in your email.
That's because it's not a mass marketing email.
But you told me that this is an automated system that sends me a reminder in 3 days' time. Is that not what it is?
I did not tell you that it was an automated system.
So you've done this manually. Did you actually literally send that from your iPhone, or was that a ploy to make it look like it's more personal?
There is a system, and part of that system does have sent from iPhone, but it comes up and it says, we haven't had a response from this person in 3 days. It's like a reminder type system.
Are you using like Salesforce or something like that?
Not Salesforce, but yes, something along those lines.
Right. So so if I sent you a bill for my time, would you pay it?
No.
Okay. So
if I sent you a bill for this conversation, you wouldn't pay it either.
Yeah, but what about so the New Zealand of sending unsolicited emails? So this is the actual what we've got. So I'm just going to read it to you, okay? So just listen to this.
In New Zealand, sending unsolicited commercial electronic messages, commonly known as spam, is regulated by the Unsolicited Electronic Messages Act 2007. This legislation prohibits the sending of unsolicited commercial electronic messages with a New Zealand link, which includes messages sent to, from, or within New Zealand. Department of Internal Affairs. Under this Act, you are not permitted to send commercial electronic messages to individuals without their consent. Consent can be categorized as express consent. The recipient has directly agreed to receive messages from you. Inferred consent. Consent is implied through an existing business or other relationships where it is reasonable to assume the recipient would expect such messages. Deemed consent. If a person has conspicuously published their electronic address in a business or official capacity without stating they do not wish to receive unsolicited messages, and the message relates to their business role or functions.
So what rules? So where does it apply that I have to put up with your emails coming into my inbox? And why do
if you listen to that third one again, then that's where it comes in.
Because I've put my website address on the internet, that gives you the right to send me unsolicited emails. Is that what you're saying?
So, yes, but as soon as you say no, then of course we stop.
All right. So then it says this.
Include accurate information about the sender, including valid contact details.
All right. So it'd be argued that your contact email address that you doesn't go anywhere, doesn't go redirect to your website. No, it doesn't.
So you're talking about the URL,
I've just
not contact information.
No, I've gone and put your email address, domain name in, nzseoagency.com, and it doesn't go anywhere. So you've emailed me, you've given me your phone number, admittedly, but you've also given me
proper contact information.
Yeah, but it's not your proper contact information because you've told me that you're the founder of large...
You're calling me and you're talking to me now, so it is very much proper contact information.
But not really, because this email address that you gave me doesn't go anywhere. And
yes, it does.
And I have to ring you.
If you respond to it,
mate,
it goes to an inbox.
You are coming to me, marketing, Mars Digital, and you're using a different email address. Now, if you know anything, I fight cybercrime all day long, right? I went to a seminar 2 weeks ago in Sydney, and it was called the Global Financial Crime Summit 2024. There was 150. There was 150 different delegates there. We were fighting cybercrime and the like, and they were talking about phishing emails. And they said that if an email address doesn't match the company that it's coming from, then obviously delete it. Now, I deleted your first email, then I got a follow-up email 3 days later from your system.
So you didn't respond, you deleted it. That basically will flag for us that you haven't responded. So I would send a follow-up because, like it says, we expect as a business owner that you're busy. You might not have seen it. If you want a conversation, great. If you don't, also that's fine.
Mate, I don't need you knocking on my door and pouting your business at me. And I don't have to spend
right now.
I don't have to spend any
and sending links of hey, check out this and that and blah blah blah. Is that not what you're doing?
I'm not, mate. If you can turn this around to me, but we're actually asking you the questions. I've already wrote you a 1-star Google review, and I advise anyone else who's dealing with these emails they don't want to do the same. And
I saw that. Did you see the response?
Yeah, I didn't. Did you see the update where I published what the law is in New Zealand and sending? Now, do you want to challenge that law of unsolicited email law in New Zealand?
There's no need to.
Well, there is, because I'm going to. But I just wanted to ring you up and say,
if you want to challenge the law and say that that no one's allowed to send anyone emails, then that's fine. You can do that.
You just admitted that you use an automated system to follow up an email if I don't hit reply. You've sent to me...
We use a system that flags non-responses.
Mate,
I did not say that it sends it automatically.
You're beating people with your emails. It's marketing, unsolicited emails. Do you not understand what unsolicited emails are? Well, you're sending unsolicited emails. You don't know me. I have no business dealings with you, and you're sending me emails. And if I don't respond to your email with unsubscribe or ring you up and abuse you, you're going to send me another email in 3 days' time.
So what you're complaining about is you received 2 emails, and there might have been a third one.
I shouldn't have to receive any emails from you.
Well, then remove your email from the website. Remove any and all permissions.
I don't want to hear from Mars Digital. I do not want anything to do with your company, mate.
Don't call me. If you don't want to hear me,
no, mate, don't email me. And don't put email addresses out there that aren't even... Like, you have emailed me from a different website address. I've already
added you to a blacklist, so it doesn't matter.
Do you know how many websites I've got, mate, and how many phone calls I'm going to get from you over the next week, and you're going to say, oh, sorry, I didn't know it was the same person. Because I have multiple websites. Why I'm ringing you, mate, is I have multiple websites.
I've seen 3. So if you want to tell me any more, then I'm happy to remove those.
What planet are you on? What gives you the right to abuse me with emails?
Except it's not abuse.
Mate, why do I have to spend my time unsubscribing from your... Why do I... Hey, mate, Matthew, I rang you because I want to have a... I didn't swear at you. I told you that sick of these effing emails.
Because you were saying to swear at me.
I did not swear at you. Don't put words in my mouth there.
And you were swearing at me. I apologize because straight away when you said, hey, you sent me this email, I didn't want it. Sorry. And then you start swearing.
I did not start swearing. Have you got a recording of that phone call?
So it's going to be that. So you ring someone.
Look, mate, on your own phone call on your own website,
when you're calling me,
Matthew, on your own website, you say that you teach people how to look. Matthew, let me talk because you've been silly here. What planet are you on? On your own website, you teach people how to generate lead funnels. Is this how you do it?
Yep. There's lots of different ways on how to create leads.
Have you heard of ethics?
What may work for one business works for another. Yes, I consider ethics. That's a lot of what I do.
Just to clarify this, mate. Just to clarify this, you feel that I have to put up with your emails because I have my email address on my website, and it gives you the right to send me emails. And if I don't write back to you and say, get your email off my screen because I'm sick to death with people like you, spamming, whatever you want to call it, if I don't do that, then in 3 days' time I'm going to get another email. And then you just told me before that you're going to get a third email, and you think that's ethical.
No, that's what you said that I was going to do. I didn't say that I was sending you a third email.
No, but you said that your system will send out one 3 days later from non-responses.
No, I said it flags a non-response.
Well, it's obvious I've already got 2 emails from you. I've got them right here in front of me.
Yes, I know you've got 2 emails.
Okay. So,
because it flagged a non-response.
And what happened? What's the next step in your sales funnel then?
So the next step is a conversation so we can understand your business and your business goals.
Okay, and how do you think you can actually help my business? Do you understand my business?
I don't want to help your business.
Well, no, you sent me an email saying it's ho, ho, ho. You sent me an email saying, ho, 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 it's Christmas. We've done an audit where you're going to do an audit. I don't know on my website. You probably won't do it until I respond. So what do you think you could actually do for my outdoor shop?
Of course I'm not going to do it until you respond. Why would I spend all this time?
Well, the email looks like I'm shortlisted for a Christmas special. So looking at my outdoor shop, what are you going to do to help me there? I mean, you must be an expert, surely.
For you, absolutely nothing.
So you don't want to offer me any service? I don't want your services, but I want to say, I want to pull your bluff because I don't believe you could actually offer me
anything.
I don't believe you could offer me any services. I don't think your company's professional enough to even... I've done better with my website marketing than you would ever dream of, and you have nothing to offer me.
What you've said that you do is the reason that you need help.
Mate, you can't offer me anything, even in this phone call. By looking at my website, you couldn't even offer me one...
I've made that very clear.
You don't even understand my business.
You're a horrible person.
Oh, I'm a horrible person because I don't like your marketing techniques. Well, I'm quite happy to say that.
No,
Your marketing
You're
techniques
welcome to not like the marketing
mate.
techniques. What makes you a horrible person is the way you act towards other people.
Oh, mate, I should just put up with your email, should I? And say,
No,
I'll ring up and go, hi,
what you
Matthew.
could do-
Hey, Matthew, it's Danny. Can you not send me those stupid emails? And you go, no
How
problem,
hard
mate.
was that? How long did it take you to say that?
It's none of your
compared to
business.
the couple
You
of
don't have
minutes
the right to
of you
take
swearing
5
at me?
minutes. You don't have the right to take 5 minutes of my day,
multiple emails that
mate.
you
What
then
gives you the
sent
right?
Afterwards.
Matthew
And
Edwards,
then
don't use his services, everybody.
Yep, that's fine. If you and your are you putting this on your YouTube channel or whatever? That's what 8,000 people.
Mate, we're
And an
broadcasting.
average of 300 odd views.
Yeah, that's right, mate. Hey, do you want to say hi to my subscribers that you think up? Do you realise what I do, mate?
Yeah, you sit there and you bitch about people.
Yeah, that's
and
right.
And then in this case, what you've done is you've received 2 emails that were reasonably nicely worded, and you decided that means that you can take offense and swear at people.
I didn't swear at you. I told you to get so sick of effing emails from a company like yours, and you hung up on me like a chicken.
You know what it really was? It's because I was trying to be professional.
You sound like a smartass, mate. That's what you sound like.
But what you're doing
Oh yeah,
is attacking someone
people always
constantly.
turn it around.
Your whole
People always
idea
scammers always
just to
turn it
attack
around,
people,
Matthew. You're just
but
trying to
what you
twist
don't want to
this.
do
You're just
is
trying
have
to
a
twist
real
this.
conversation.
Okay,
I
well,
am not
no,
trying
I've
to
asked
twist
you.
it.
I've asked you what you can do to help me. You haven't given me
I
anything.
don't want to help you.
Well, you can't help me because you're useless at doing it, mate. You
Alright.
don't even come up in the top 10 of the search engines when you search for SEO gurus. I did it.
Okay.
So you're useless, mate. That's why you have to use spam techniques to get your email message out there. I went and searched for SEO website marketing services NZ. I went to the top 20 and you don't even come up in the results.
Yep. Okay.
So you have to spam people and then you're claiming that you can help
Right.
people and with their SEO when you can't even do your own.
So do you actually know what that is all about, or are you just making assumptions? Because it sounds like
You would have been in
what you're talking
nappies
about.
when I started doing SEO, mate.
So you were doing SEO.
Search
before
for
the
Danny.
internet was in
Search
New
for
Zealand.
Danny de Heck and see what comes up.
Oh, I did. Don't
Did
worry.
you? And I
did.
come up. Search
Yeah.
for Mars Digital. You come up, but search for SEO services. Market what you do, not who you are. You don't even exist.
So what you do is Danny the Heck. You do yourself.
Yeah, I do.
You do yourself.
Personal branding.
And that's it, everybody. Welcome to Danny the Heck. He does himself.
Don't do unsolicited emails to New Zealanders, mate. It just makes you a bottom feeder. You obviously don't come up when people search for you. Get a real job if you can't do this one.
I can't believe that's your biggest potential there, is that, hey, look, you base your whole idea on providing return on investment and finding out the best marketing avenues for people, and surprise, you do that for your own business. You're obviously bad at your job. How is that an argument? I don't spend 40 hours a week doing my own SEO because I don't need to do 40 hours a week.
Mate, you
To
just
get
sent me
me-
unsolicited email. You are trying to market
Yeah.
yourself. If you were that good, you wouldn't need to market
Exactly.
yourself doing emails.
No, what it is that avenue is a lot more time effective and cost effective for a
Spamming
business
people.
like
So
mine.
you're a New Zealand spammer. You spam
That's
people.
your
You
word.
send out. No, it's exactly what you did. You sent me an unsolicited email and then followed up
I
3
sent
days
you-
later.
I sent you 2 emails.
What planet are you on?
I sent you 2 emails. Have you never sent an email before?
I don't do unsolicited emails, mate. No, I don't. I don't need to. I don't
Sure.
do it. I let people search Google and find me. Other people
Okay,
refer me.
so
I do
what
good work
happens
for people.
when-
Mate, you're justifying being
When
a
you
scammer.
want someone
Spammer.
to do some
Same
work for
thing.
you, do you contact them?
I don't market myself like this, mate. No, I don't. I do not send out emails,
So
cold
you don't
emails.
contact people.
I don't send out cold emails to people unless I've had someone ask me to do it. I follow the rules. You don't know me from a bar of soap. You've gone to the internet, found my website, grabbed my email, and then because I put my email on my website so customers can find me, then you've sent me,
which is,
and I get about 10 of these emails a day, and that's why I'm so pissed off at them. I get about 10 emails from people like you, and then when I see a New Zealander doing it, and I'm a Kiwi as well, I just get sick to death of deleting your emails. And because I hadn't deleted your email, you send me another email. Then I ring you up and say I get so effing sick of these fucking emails, and then you hang up on me, and then you block me.
Because of how rude you were.
Why should I be nice?
Because you're talking to another human being.
You have sent me unsolicited email. You go right down the pecking order of being nice to, mate. And I didn't get personal with you, and I'm still not getting personal with you. But I'm telling you that if you want a hand in doing optimization techniques, why don't you hire me?
Well,
I'll be able to help you get in the top 20.
Have you ever done any audit on your own website?
Mate, all those
Used
audit
any
stuff.
software to look at it?
Did you read that link I gave you in your Google review? And it showed you how your SEO sales techniques are just scams. It's just like a scam, mate. You use scare tactics to tell people that their website's in dire straits. That's part of your.
Have I used?
Mate, you go to. I know
what
where
scare tactics did I use?
You'll do it in the report.
Was it saying
No.
Merry Christmas?
I'll take the liberty. I'm going to assume, Matthew, if you want to have a conversation, you need to listen. Matthew, if you want to have a conversation, you'll need to listen. You will produce a report published by some other company called Swish, whatever that one is, and then you will use scare tactics to tell people that jargon that people don't even understand, and you'll tell them that their website lacked in this, and this, and if you do this, we'll help you do this, but you won't stand behind what you actually sell by saying we will guarantee you 50% more sales if you use our services. I get them all the time. I mean, it's just an advertising game. It's you trying to sell something to get something so you can survive. I get it. And what I'm saying, you can provide those reports to people, and that's fine with me.
I know a lot of people do those.
Yeah, good on you.
How I operate.
Well, I don't know how you operate, mate, because I just got 2 emails.
Exactly. So
I got an email from a customer. I got somebody who could have generated. I could go out today and buy a domain name.
Yep.
I could send the exactly same email that you did with your name, your phone number at the bottom of it, and when they hit reply, it would come back to me. I could impersonate you on the internet using your email. And that's what it looked like to me. So I first of all had to find out whether this Mars Digital was the real company, because you emailed me from a different domain name to your real website address. That is the problem here. This is the problem I'm looking at. So what would stop me going out? Listen to me, Matthew, because you need to understand. You need to understand.
Own multiple domain names.
No, you should be using your own domain name if you want to stand behind your own company name. And you've gone out and got a third-party domain name, a .com. I could have done that. I could go out today and get nzseoagencies.com, and I could set it all up and have your name on it, pretend I'm you, and put in text at the bottom of this email your name, and I could be corresponding with what I think is Matthew Edwards, but then I find out later it's just a scam company. It's called phishing emails, mate.
And I could do that with Danny the Hick.
No, you couldn't. Because I use Danny listen here, mate. Listen here, you young fella. Listen here, you young fella. My name, if I emailed you, my email address is danny@deheck.com. You could go to deheck.com and find my website. I went to nzseoagency.com and found nothing.
It's pretty easy to set up a redirect.
Well, whatever. But you cannot use my email address and email people. Try it.
All right, so let's have a look. You're talking about different domains. So D2Hick is available. I can buy that.
No, but I don't. No, you're not listening. Look, Matthew, stop being stupid. I know you're not stupid. What I'm saying is, if you want to email me something, use marsdigital.co.nz. Matthew@marsdigital.co.nz, instead of grabbing a fake email address that could be generated by any Tom, Dick and Harry, and then put in your phone number at the bottom of it. I mean, that's something.
You don't understand how emails work then?
Mate, don't insult my intelligence.
I recommend you go and do.
Mate, I can tell you how scams work. I can tell you how scams work. And when somebody emails me
And
from, excuse me,
research email
Matthew,
deliverability, please.
deny this, but you cannot deny it. You have chosen to use a different email address from any old
No, of course
company,
not.
and you could be. I don't even know if I'm talking to the real Matthew Edwards,
Okay.
because you've made up an email address that isn't yours.
Yeah, my name is actually Dan DeHeck.
Is that right? Well, you can't email me at danny@deheck.com because I've got that domain
Because
name.
it would come to me, right?
No, it wouldn't come to you.
At this
You
point,
don't
mate,
really
I-
care, do you?
I've
mate?
got to the point
I mean,
that
obviously, you don't really
you're
care.
so arrogant that I'm just starting to troll you. So we can either end this conversation where you're right. I sent you a couple of emails. That's fine, right? You've now told me that you don't want to receive emails. Also, that's fine. But email marketing, even cold email, is allowed, and it's a legitimate form of marketing.
You want to
If you don't
challenge
wanna
that with me?
receive them,
You want
I'm
to challenge
sorry.
that? You can
Yeah.
challenge that with me then, mate. It's good to have
Okay,
that.
you can challenge that. Submit some sort of court application. We'll figure that out in court.
Excellent.
But until then, because the law is pretty clear, it's just you've got an email there. You didn't say no. I send a personalized email. Whatever.
So you
Okay.
sent a personalised
So we
email
followed up.
claiming it was sent from your iPhone, and in this conversation, you've admitted that it was your system sending it, not from your iPhone.
So we have a system.
You're emailing me
that
from a
flags
fake. You're
responses.
emailing me what could be from anybody's domain name, but you claim you own that domain name and you were in charge of the email. You won't email me from your own company's website address because you don't want it blacklisted or you don't want the SEO score to go down. When I search for SEO services in Google, you don't even rank anywhere. You're useless. You claim that you find that email marketing is your most effective marketing tool and it's the way of the future. I don't know. Am I wrong? Is that what
I
you're
didn't say
claiming?
it was the way of the future.
You're
I just said
claiming,
for
you're
my
claiming that
particular
I've also
business,
been
it's-
part of, what did you say, a week of, what do you name it?
Eck for our Christmas sleigh audit. That's
Oh, so
WH.
Christmas sleigh EO audit. And this is 2 out of 3 members of our team analyse local e-commerce site and find the ways to improve its SEO and therefore earnings. And you guarantee that, mate?
For you, no.
Oh, I understand you'll never do work for me.
Yeah.
But
Sweet.
I
So
think
we're on the
I think
same
I've got
page.
enough from you, mate, to see that you don't really care about sending unsolicited emails.
Unsolicited, yes. In your case, no. I don't really care about whatever you have to say because, again, you're obviously just a horrible person.
Yeah,
And like
that's
I said
right.
in the
Most people that
response
deal with me
to
say I'm
your
horrible
review,
because most of the people I deal with are scammers and they just shocking people. So I understand that you are
basically
you are
what
a
you're telling
digital
me there
solicitor.
is that you've spent your entire life talking with people and that you deem to be horrible and have ripped you off, probably have in the past. I'm sorry about that. But because of that, you've tainted your entire outlook and interactions with other people that you've never met before. That's not how you act. That's not how you should be as a human being.
Okay, well you're obviously
If you,
on your
like I said,
on your
if you want
soapbox
to
there,
have
mate.
a civil conversation, I am happy to do that. But
No, you're not.
what
You
you're
said you
doing
won't
is
even.
just
You
coming at me.
you're meant to be the expert. You won't even look at my website and offer me one
I
suggestion I
don't
could do
want
better.
to do anything
Well, that's not
for
an
you. I
excuse.
don't
You
want
just
to waste
said
that time.
you just said a minute ago that you were quite happy to sit down and have a civil conversation.
A civil conversation, but I'm not doing any work for you.
Okay,
I
well,
do not want to spend
just
any
so
time,
I just feel
any of
empty,
my
mate.
time
I just feel so
that would
empty.
benefit you.
I just feel so empty,
from a
mate. I
business
just can't
perspective.
believe it. And look, I wouldn't want you to use my services because you don't even rank in the search engines with your website. And you email me from a fake email address, and you think you know better than the law, and you think you have a
don't
right
know
to
what
send
the word
unsolicited
fake
emails. And that
means.
was what my conversation's about. So, any last words, mate? You go for it now.
Do you know what fake means? Because that email address is very much real. It's just not mybusinessname.co.nz.
Oh my
That's the
God,
only
are you
difference.
for real? You won't even stand behind your own company when you send an email. You have to generate a fake email. You won't even generate an email. You won't even do an email marketing campaign using your own company name. That just tells you all about it, mate. That's why we get so sick of your freaking emails, mate. That's why we get sick of your emails. I look at that, and all I see is nz.com. I'm like, oh my God, this guy's trying to pretend he's a New Zealander. Then I go down the bottom and I find your phone number, and he is a New Zealander. Then I ring it. And I'm talking to Matthew Edwards. And then I have to search for you to find your company because you haven't even got your website address on the email. Why would you not have your email address on the footer of your email if you're a legitimate company? Matthew, I asked you a question.
Spend your time.
Matthew, why don't you have your email? Why don't you put your website address on the bottom of your emails when you're sending out? Founder of Mars Digital. And why don't you have your website address on the bottom of your own email? Why do you need to set up a fake...
Because when you send things from a mobile...
Oh, rubbish. Absolute rubbish. I know more about friggin' DNS records and email setups than you do. That is bullshit. Sending an email from one company name using another one...
So a mobile has nothing to do with DNS records. A mobile application determines whether or not it allows HTML links within a footer or allows you to do a footer preset in the application. If you use something like Gmail, which I do, because I use everything through Google Workplace.
So how long has that domain name been set up for, the SEO one? I'm having a look now to say
that one's
10 minutes ago?
Recent.
Did you set it up 10 minutes ago?
Oh, that would be amazing because I sent emails a few days ago.
So you've registered that on the 10th of the 24th. So you've had that domain name. Oh my God, you're shocking. You've had it for 5 or 6 weeks. And you got it from namecheap.com. And you're just disgusting, mate. You've got no ethics. You are a scammer. And I'm glad I've interviewed you. Have a great day, all right? See you, Matthew. Say goodbye to everyone.
I think you're laughable.
You're a scammer. Right, so that got a bit heated. I think I got my point across. Do you like unsolicited emails? That's how I deal with them. If you don't like it, then by all means... send me an email. I don't know. I just don't get it. I mean, I think I've covered all the points that I wanted to cover. But I think the main thing was there that if you're going to send out emails to people, ask them if they want to use your services, at least don't use a domain name that's only been registered 5 weeks. And if you're going to tell people that you're the founder of Mars Digital and you put your phone number, why not also put your website address of the website that you're representing? It would save a lot of grief, a lot of arguments, and it would save me a couple of hours of my life. All right, so if you do want to contact his details, just search for Mars Digital, and I'm sure you'll find him and use him. And say hi to Matthew from Danny the Heck, a.k.a. the Crypto Ponzi Scheme Avenger. Didn't really seem he cared about what he was doing. Just another day in the office for Matthew. All right, see you in the next video, guys. See you out in the next video, guys.